Starting out on defense in this one, this video is all gonna be about why I switched to a trips offense. And actually, I would love to be able to man up a tight end. All right, he's going to a old school route. Ooh, there's a little back. Ooh, that was a nice route combo. I don't know what he had, but there was a backside in. Yeah, slot. That was a really good player. I thought there was nothing on that play, but he had the backside in wide open. I don't know why he did not throw it. Actually, gonna send a little bit of pressure versus this guy right now. Gotta run just pretty much cover two. Play the middle of the field. I'll contain, I guess. Yeah, we get pressure right away. Interception. No, Leo should not have been good. But this gameplay is gonna be all about why I switched to trips offense. More specifically, Packers. I was running Bengals previously, running more of like a bunch. And then I think it was tight slots was the other sort of formation I would go to. But I switched about a week and a half ago. There's been a few videos now where I've been in trips. Can we get there with Revis? Good play. Dang, man. In all pro difficulty, the hardest thing about defending trips is you never know if that manned up on the tight end is going to play the corner route. Like, we all know 80% of the routes the tight end is going to run in trips is going to be a corner route. And I'm shading outside. I have a player with 85 man coverage. But you never know. You never know what they're going to do. I actually like the time we sent everybody. He ran that time. Dang. Good play. Oh, the blocking. I mean, jeez. The C farted. All right. We're doing on offense, and I'm going to explain, though, more in detail why I switched to Packers trips. Mentioned in one of my previous videos, though, that the Bengals offense, specifically the bunch, I felt like the plays were a little bit too long developing as we have Maserati Marv on that post route. Gotta be a top 5 overall card in the game, but I guess I'll talk a little bit more. Actually, let's wait till our defense. We'll get back to the conversation. Back to the conversation, though. Bengals offense, to me, just was a little bit too long developing, if that made sense. Given the current meta right now on defense, which is mid-blitz, 4-3 over, a lot of disengage where they get pressure for 3-4 seconds, you're never really going to have time to throw anything that's like, 4 or 5 seconds developing, especially like over the middle of the field. A lot of the routes in the Bengals offense were like inverted zigs and stuff like that. I'm going to take away this crosser right here. He does not like man coverage. But yeah, back to Bengals offense. It was just like, I don't know. Maybe I've grown now. I used to run bunch, like from Madden 18 to Madden 22. I ran bunch. It was my favorite offense to run. But now he's giving us something. Okay, I'm going to run a little bit different coverage here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick switch to the third. Take away, yeah, take away that. We have that there too. Perfect defense. Brings up 4th and 21. But yeah, I don't know if I've just grown away from bunch or like my brain. It really, like, a Madden brain is very unique in terms of offense. Like, some people just see certain offenses and see the routes and the route combinations and how they see defenses just completely different. And I used to feel really comfortable in bunch. But now I feel like, and especially the other thing too, and I've always felt about this in Madden, is that whatever like is the most popular formation to run on offense, which right now it's bunch offset, right? It's some form of bunch. Your opponents, even just like casual players playing a head-to-head game, like they're going to be so accustomed. And geez, I have everybody open there. I think I stick switch to try to cover the tight end with the one guy that was going to be open. If it was any other player, I think we would have had defense there. But I never really like to run like the most main meta offense because I feel like it's very easy to defeat when you aren't the best at it. Right, the best players in the world are going up against the best at bunch, and if I'm not the best at bunch, if I run a mid bunch here, it's not going to be. I'm not going to have great success with it. So that's kind of why I've stayed away from bunch. Years past, I've ran, like last 2 years, I've been more of a tight slots, halfback, weak player. But that formation kind of got nerfed to a degree. I also don't think it's going to be that good without route stem glitching. And this past summer, I really learned and loved trips. I think it's a very multiple formation in the sense that I need a flat here to the left. It spreads the fields. It's very like quick hitting, but also can have some deep passes. Can we... Nah, I just can't get back to the switch. I was trying to get back to like either the hook or the Melifonwu guy and take away that route. He's really looking to scramble out. We need to get a stop, man. We struggle in all pro seasons to get stops. I mean, I think everybody does, right? Why are these players... You know what? I'm okay with that. Like, why are the players like, why would the right safety be on the left running back and the left safety be on the right running back? Back to the bunch tight end. I'm going to send everybody. I'm going to do what I did on one of the first plays and just send the crib, play the middle of the field, and he ran. There we go. That's normally the run defense I have with double A gap against bunch tight end. I played Mills over the weekend in ladders, and he was running this, and he tried to run off tackle a few times, and mid blitz just, honestly, it stifled it. Cloud there. I'm going to go hard flat here. Contain. Nothing really seems to be going to the left. Yeah, there we go. We played enough defense. Every route on his field, except for the drag, was super long developing. He's also maybe out of field goal range. This is a big play. If he comes and runs another play on offense that's not a field goal, I'm sending the crib once again. I think I'd be dumb not to send absolutely everybody. I'm even going to send the guy. I'll leave you in a flat. Do that. Like, for the most part. Oh, wait, shit. I didn't have a third over the middle field. Let me get to the flat here. Yeah, we're in a really good spot now. Yeah, there was nothing that was going to be open. 3 vertical routes. We were pretty much running cover 3 with some random zones underneath that I could stick switch to. Now to Packers offense. So let me give you guys the gist of it. So my audibles right now are curl flat, inside zone, verticals, and Y post. I will also come out in the Y in play. And then also in some other formations, I go bunch wide. One of my favorite plays in the game right now is corner drive and then bunch offset. I have dagger and then bunch strong nasty. I will have a double post and another motion cheat vertical slide. Let me call a timeout here real quick. Those are my audibles. Feel free to go back in the video and pause. I'm still trying to add more to this formation. One thing I'll say right now without route apprentices on the field, trips is not a formation you can just only run in MUT. In regs, you can run it with the Chiefs, in my opinion. You can pretty much beat every defense in the game with the speed they have. But in MUT, if you're playing a really good defensive player, you're not going to be able to just sit in trips the entire time, which is why you have these other formations. It's what makes Packers offense really, really good. You can audible rounds at like 5 or 6 formations that are very good, have good runs, good passes, good pass protection, have our flat right away. But yes, trips offense, if you guys are unaware, it's very multiple in the sense that it attacks horizontally, vertically, vertically up the field, but also horizontally like the side, like on curl flat, right? They have to respect the flats. It's kind of the first step to the I would say the trips offense. It's like you want to attack the flats with the running back, the slot receiver like that, and then you hit them with verticals. It's 2 completely different plays, and you see like that. I had Y open on the seam streak, but he kind of adjusted there and had his slot player kind of play the flat one with verticals and kind of counter off those 2. Let's actually come out in the play that I like, the Y in. The reason I come out in this play, this outside corner is really good stem down. Now, stem down, stem glitch or not, it's still really good. You also have this wheel route from Hyde's Ward, which if they're in cover 3, you actually can fit that underneath the third if they do have it. And then the other thing I like from this play, because we don't really have a tight end post, but we have this kind of tight end in route that does a really good job of beating man coverage. I run kind of a slant post combo right here, so... And wow, he's able to get pressure. I had the running back open, I think, right away. Nothing really else. It's just, it was just rush for and pray. The defense does get sheds. Now let's audible again to I think possibly the best play in the entire game right now. It's this one right here. Now it is going to be abusing a stem glitch, and I will completely own up to it. But this play is just so good. It gives a vertical threat right away from Hines Ward. Then after that, you kind of have 2 underneath routes in Kyle Pitts and Saquon Barkley. And then if all else fails, you have this backside zig. Really the only way they stop this play is if they get instant pressure or a shed eventually. But there's always so many checkdown options. I feel good. There's the route instantly, right? Like I said, backside route was open. I kind of smelled the pressure a little bit. He only sent 4. I could have taken the, and I'll go back to the same play. So again, it's like my favorite play, like down and distance. It doesn't matter if it's 4th and 10. I call this play pretty much every time. I don't know how it's going to be post stem glitch. I'll be honest. I'll probably just stem down the corner route or the skinny post as it is. But again, and actually I'll go a little bit of a different variation here. I'm motioning out the running back. I'll put him on a streak, and then I'll put Maserati Marv on an out route or speed out. And really the read here is initially to the left, streak up the middle, or the out route. I look right away. Streak not really there. Have the tight end drag. His user was a little bit late. Might have actually had the stem post over the middle. Now back in trips. Let's go to Y post. Set up for this play. I like to streak the outside guy. I don't stem glitch, but I stem down once. Marvin Harrison. And then the running back, you can kind of do whatever you want. If I had a wheel route running back apprentice, I would put that on there. But I like to leave this route kind of on the field. When I have CJ2K and you're able to spin with your running back, very, very good to get this player kind of in space. We're going to hike the ball. We have the running back in space. And like I said, if you have CJ2K, for example, in that situation, that's a spin move. That's a huge gain. That's a touchdown potentially, which is why I leave that route stock on the field. But now getting into the red zone, of course, it gets a little bit tough. I don't like a ton of plays, I'd say, inside the 5. At the 20-yard line, though, trips is still really good. We're just going to call curl flat the most basic route combo of all time. There's a few different variations of it you can do, but the best one, I think, is just drag your tight end. First read is going to be the flat. Then you kind of have a triangle of the post, the drag, and the running back Texas route. So flat is open. We are going to take that. Pretty much, if you run curl flat, you have to throw that flat every single day of the week. And the reason you do, because once they start playing that flat with the slot corner or a man up, That's going to open up the tight end drag, kind of in that spot in between the hash and the number. So we'll do the same thing and see if he adjusts if it's a hard flat from that slot receiver. He does not. We're going to throw it again, right? He's going to have to respect that flat route. I actually should want to clock this, but the way he's played offense, I don't mind playing defense versus our opponent. He hasn't really shown us anything other than one play where we got a touchdown. Now, inside the 5, this is where stuff gets a little bit tricky. I'm going to run the ball. He's just in a 4-down lineman set. We're not going to get a touchdown, I think, on this play, but we should be able to get 1 yard unless he shoots the gap. Did we get the yard? No. Now, this is a tricky spot. We could go base. Gives us a little better chance of getting extra yards, but also can get our gap shot a little bit easier. I'm going to go with it, though. Follow our blocker, wait for our blocker. There we go, Saquon Barkley. And now it also, we kind of played the clock management game there really, really good. I probably shouldn't come out in base. All right, now he's in a 5-down lineman. I'm actually going to call it again. I want to see if this works. Honestly, an RPO bubble to the left is probably the best call, and I'll call that after this play. But yeah, I was going to say, like, if our 4 linemen just block the 4 linemen and the puller is able to pick up the user, it's actually not a bad run call. Maybe if he pinched and crashed a certain way, that wouldn't work, but it's pretty stock on his D lineman. Go up 14-7. Let's try to get a stop with only 35 seconds left in the half. Marop is back in the bunch tight end. I'm going to give him more zone, at least to start out. I don't want to give up a really, really big play with man coverage. I actually don't really want that guy, man. Yeah, let's man up the tight end. I like that a lot better. I can pretty much play anything over the middle of the field. A core route to the left could potentially be open. Ooh, we don't like that. Gonna try to make... I maybe could have gone for the pick. You know what? I'm going to be a psycho here. I'm going to crossman that. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This is kind of crazy. You kind of see the right safeties crossman on... Oh, that was not the move. Revis? Okay. I don't know who should be more mad. He probably should have completed that to Hines Ward. But if that happened, I also got to be pretty mad. My DB just didn't really respond to it. Oh, no, I can't man up B. Flat, not really open. Can take away that. Has a deep post. He's going to throw it. Cromartie? Wow. I tipped the cap. Honestly, that was a crazy throw on All-Pro. I probably should have stick switched to Revis and backed up, but I felt like if the pass isn't perfect in that situation, I get an interception. So, again, I tipped the cap. 14-14, 6 seconds left in the half. We'll see if we can make something work on offense. It's got to be, though, one of the best throws I think I've seen this entire year. He's given us what it looks like a prevent. Look, I did not want to motion out the tight end. I wanted to motion out the running back. Let's bring him back here. I'm going to try to squeeze this into the wide receiver Hines Ward after a little bit. Hopefully his user, if he stays with B, I throw Y. If he goes over to Y, we throw B. Let's double team the D tackle so we don't get just shedded on a 3-man rush. I'm going to try to hit Marv here. That route running. Ooh, 2 seconds left. We're not in field goal range, but we have some time now. Do we go Hail Mary? That's the question. We can't spin in this mode, so let's go goalpost. It's probably our best bet. I've never been a Hail Mary guy. I've always been one to kind of like throw underneath and spin move, but we're going to throw this up to Maserati Marv. He's going to try to pass rush. Let's roll out right. Loft it up. Back of the end zone. Marvin Harrison. Not able to bring it down. We get ball to the second half, and I feel good defensively. I do. I feel good defensively, so let's get a store. Let's get a stop, and unfortunately, let's ruin this guy's playoffs. One of the other route combos from Crow Flat. It's a more longer developing play, but what you're going to do, I like to stem down Marvin Harrison once, streak the tight end, and then in route. And you can play with this. You can either go with the skinny end or you can stem it up. And then I also put the running back on a flat. And this is really just a pretty simple read of the tight end is open. I mean, he just gave it to me. Now, honestly, the tight end is not really a read on that play. It's more of I'll go down even more and run it again. Now, I don't really want to run it in this situation at all, I would say, because the route you're really looking for is a high-low between the B receiver and the X receiver. Again, you're first looking for Y. If Y is open, you throw it. It's not open. We'll have B. So we had B late, but we were able to get pressured up the middle. Honestly, you don't do that. Don't call that play at the 20-yard line. That is much more of like an in between the 20s play. And again, it's a longer developing play, so I don't call it as much in this game because just that's a perfect example of if he's rushing 4, if he's setting pressure, it's just a little bit too long developing for my liking within this current meta. And, you know, you can't really roll out like crazy in this game, I would say. So I don't love it exactly. Let's go verticals, quick snap, quick snap central. Running back on in route, you can kind of play with whatever you want there. Should have the tight end, Kyle Pitts. Don't have the best tight end still, but Kyle Pitts is going to make, he's going to do enough to get open on that play. And now inside the 5, I'm going to go inside zone. It never works, but he's in dollar. See, I feel like he's going to play for it after this. I'm going to go to RPO alert bubble. I think he's going to get back in that 6-1. Send everybody, and we should have the bubble open. Yeah, he is. Okay. Unless the outside corner makes a crazy play, we should have Marvin Harrison open. Yeah, we do. Block. Perfect. Walk in. Played that situation flawlessly. Pretty much read exactly what he was going to do. Let's now get a stop on defense. Gonna give my opponent a bit of a different look in the 4-3 over. Similar defense at the disengage up the middle, but I'm gonna run more cover 4. I'm gonna wait for my opponent to make a mistake. I don't really want to give him a big play. And this kind of gives me the ability to stick switch a little bit more. I would say good double zig. It's a really good route combo. Now, that can't be open because there was no clear out route on the right side. I don't know what my quarters are doing. And I gotta drag these guys all the way down, don't I? I'm actually gonna put a 3-rec on the field. Max Crosby, a bluff blitz. That way I can get a little bit more aggressive with my user. Now the 3-rec, and he gives that right to me. I don't know why he didn't show the hitch. I don't know where my bluff blitz 3-rec was from Max Crosby. I might have said Mason Crosby from Max Crosby. Man coverage, while it's really, really good, and I would say it's a smothering and overwhelming defense, it's pretty hard to make a bad read against man coverage, and I guess he's out of here. I mean, it was only 21-14. I think we did enough, though, in that video. For a video, I don't really want to get another game. Video will end up being way too long. We went over, though, the basis of trips. If you guys want another video of me going more in detail on the trips playbook and really just the trips formation in general, put it down below in the comments because I'm going to be in this offense for a good amount of time. You guys are going to be seeing it every video, but again, if you want more like in detail stuff, feel free to put that down in the comments. I will see you guys all for the next video. Peace.